Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TESSERACT.
Hello.
Whoa.
We're back.
playing.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
The first game of the year and the century.
We still have yet to get a
Not
fucking
the
thing
century.
behind Logan, so
Yeah.
the face of God is behind him right now.
I'm evil. When you're backlit, you're evil.
Oh
and
shit.
sometimes when you're forelit,
You
you're
need to have
also
glasses
evil.
and just be like, me.
So to kick off the new year, we thought we'd do something really funny. And
Yeah.
we pulled a sneaky
A big
on you.
meme.
We're playing a completely different game.
Yep. Well, it's still Tesseract.
Different system. Welcome
This is
to
my
City of
character.
Mist, the game that we like a little bit more than D&D for this reason or that.
The game that Logan likes a little bit more than D&D. And I'm willing to try.
Just watch our viewers go from 15 to 2.
Yeah.
Damn it. No, come back.
I've never played this before, officially. So.
Yeah, we're going to actually have to teach you guys a little bit how to play. It's a very narrative-driven game, so we are no longer rolling initiative, which feels fucking amazing to say, and I almost just busted a nut. Colton, where's the nut button?
It's right there.
We're no longer doing initiative for combat. But before we get started and introduce this or that, we want to go ahead and thank our patrons.
Ooh,
The
yes,
people
we
that
do.
we do shout-outs in live games.
And the Cade Cook $4.99 donation.
Thank you, Kate
Who
Cook, for
says-
$4.99.
Should you be publicly executed for lying in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon personality quiz?
Yes.
I think someone actually asked me that. I don't remember who. I think because I only played it once, and I actually went on a forum and was like, "How do I get this guy?"
You should be publicly executed.
Pretty sure I was Slowpoke.
You just went completely through her.
I know. Also, I like that you can't see the top of my head.
Yeah.
I'm just so large that I cannot fit in the camera.
Thank you to Mike. It's not
Salmon.
salmon.
It's salmon.
Okay. Thank you to Mike Salmon, Mama and Papa Love and Joy, Cal the God, Josh Travis, Arthur Souza,
Sousa.
Pimpin' the Hood,
Or it could be P1.
P1 miles per hour, Mario Sack, Ostimo the Slow, and Sergeant Viper. You guys are our heroes, and you're
Yes.
throwing your money away.
Thank you.
All right.
We just take all the patron money and we throw it in the garbage.
We eat it. We physically eat the
we
paper.
Don't
And
eat
get
the,
charity.
we don't use it to get food. We
Yeah.
just eat the money.
Thank you so much. It's very hard to get out of the bank, but once we do, we have that good old green salad.
Yes.
Um,
Salad, because we eat it.
yeah. Anyone want to? Okay. Anyone want to get announcements or clarifications out of the way before we get started?
What are we playing again?
The system is called City of Mist.
City of Mist.
Yes. And
I've played it before.
Must have missed.
yeah, it's actually kind of difficult to explain. The way that the game itself explains it is that it's a game that takes place in the form of a conversation. We're going to use a lot more thematic or movie-centric terms, like we're going to literally say the camera cuts, pans to help give you guys a better visual than just a 300 by 200 pixel size combat board.
If anything, this is going to be really interesting for you guys because there's not a lot of stats involved.
Yeah.
It's City of Mist is. Can you shut up? City of Mist is a very narrative-driven and visually interesting thing to even just watch and also play.
Yeah.
So if anything, this is just going to get less complicated
Yeah.
and more fun for you guys to watch if you enjoy the characters.
What we're
and the
really
story.
trying to do is just cut the fat so we can actually tell you guys a story. And the story is mostly going to be driven by the players and not so much me.
Yes.
My whole job in this system is to make the game complicated and hard.
Oh,
And everyone
also-
else is having fun.
Tesseract is switching for real
Yes.
into City of Mist from now until it dies, and all of our other games will still be Dungeons and Dragons. So if you still want Dungeons and Dragons, we're gonna have those Saltmarsh, we're gonna have Sunder, and we're gonna have games coming after once those end. So stay tuned for those. But this one is City of Mist.
We're also not dropping any characters. We are still sticking to both
I'm still
parties.
Cat.
And we're going chapter by chapter, visiting each party as we've been doing this season. Hi, Moose. You're very loud. I love cats.
He actually knows when a camera is turned on, and as soon as a camera is turned on and knows that we are either filming or streaming, goes, ah!
What an angel.
What an angel. He's laughing because it's true. Every time I record a video, he goes,
Oh.
"Oh, ah!" And it's like, really? Come on! You've been quiet all day.
What a good boy.
Yeah.
What's our chat looking like before we kick off the story?
People are talking.
Cool.
They're talking
I
about
love that.
balls.
Balls.
Kitty noises. I mean, earlier today, Logan told me he thinks combat sucks.
Who said that?
Lord Ariatis.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
yeah, that guy.
Logan's gonna change his entire channel, just be like D&D sucks. It's gonna be Donkey. I'm done with D&D.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh shit.
Jacob,
guy.
I have one TESSERACT in 2 months. I'm not leaving now.
My boy. Or person of any gender.
Cat, it's video day, my dudes.
It's Moose, yeah.
Hi, sir.
So,
I
where
have a
did we
needle.
leave
You
off?
cannot go in my
Yeah, so the last game in this situation, we are playing as, we've actually found a party name. We are joined by Ket, the Aversion, and what is your description now?
Yeah, I know it's a fucking anime name, but it's the only thing that fits him really well. And
like
if you
it.
look it up on TV tropes, it's a little bit more interesting. But he's less of a warlock rogue and much more of a phantom thief. So he's an aversion phantom thief.
He's become effective and no longer is a slave to Eldritch Blast.
Thank God.
Abrus?
I'm still a druid.
Abrus is a druid. We're
Still a
running
druid.
through the party. So we have a halfling druid, an aversion Ket, or...
Oh no, I'm a human now. I'm tall.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Oh.
just messing around. No, I'm still small.
Ket, in his origin story, was touched by a very benign, or no, what's the opposite
Priest.
of divine?
Touched you?
Dark.
A very dark and powerful being, and when it touched his pee-pee, he turned blue and grew horns.
Ooh, touched my pee-pee.
Okay.
He touched my mind.
Your mind pee-pee.
Whoa!
Your mind's pee-pee.
And
I'm going to use my ability known as my mind's pee-pee.
Clayton?
Mine is Monster Hunter.
Okay. Still a human.
Basically a human monster hunter.
Yeah. That's exactly
Yeah,
what
from the game Monster Hunter.
But,
And, yeah,
my
go
book
ahead.
can actually do damage now.
Yeah.
Yay!
Fun fact, Gabe, Jacob actually didn't really enjoy Persona all that much.
I played Persona. I actually didn't even know that's what they were called. That's how little I got into the game before I was like, meh.
Yeah, he was like, oh, Ket's like a phantom thief. And I'm like, yeah, that's in Persona. He's like, oh.
And then I did an ability, and you're like, oh, you're just Naruto. And I'm like, God fucking damn it. I just made an anime character. I didn't even know it.
Jacob, you don't watch anime, but you still can't escape it.
God damn it.
There was also
Can
Kate
never
Cook's
escape.
comment of, I'm pretty sure they did this just because of Logan's phobia of barbarians. Which is ironic because Altai's title has changed to Huntress. So she's no longer technically a barbarian.
Logan's like, thank God. Get rid of those things.
So let me do my predefined job as is written in the core rulebook, where I set the scene. And when I'm done doing that,
This is off of its Kickstarter, right? Like people can get this if they want it.
it has its own official website.
You can just buy the books.
There we go. So if
and-
you guys have never heard of this and end up liking it, I mean, we're not sponsored by them or anything.
Yeah.
but
Oh,
it
yeah?
seems like
we
a
just
pretty,
love it.
seems like a pretty cool system from the little.
The City of
30-minute
Mist,
bit
I
we've
believe,
seen,
done
so-
by Son of Oak Game Studio. Check it out. But I'm going to set the stage, set the scene, and then we're going to shift a spotlight to whoever feels comfortable when I'm done. And we'll go from there. We'll start
Okay.
the story. So where we left off, I believe you guys left Norelius's manor, correct?
Yes, we decided to
Oh,
go.
yeah.
We decided to go look for the Black Knights after speaking to. Can't remember her name.
An ex-mercenary that
No,
was...
the monster in the brown goop, black goop.
Oh, Betty.
Betty.
Oh,
okay.
right.
We talked to Betty.
Betty
about,
of the Brown
a
Goop.
lot about, we talked to Betty a lot about Norelius and just like kind of got a lot of exposition about him and decided that it wasn't worth it to try to go hunt him down when he's had a 25-year head start and he could be anywhere in the Fae. So we're going to go see what we can do about the Black Knights.
They decided to let sleeping dogs lie and figure out what the hell is going on with the rest of the world. They put aside their vendetta, and we're going to cut to where they are now. So the camera pans over a vast, lightly forested area, growing over what looks like dozens of giant stone wolves the size of small hills. Each one of them rests on top of one another as if slain by an equally giant hunter. The largest one lies in the center, with a road leading out of its mouth and smoke billowing from its nostrils. A caravan of large metal carts hauled by large beasts are exiting the town. We cut to a game trail nearby, most often inhabited by elk-like creatures and gamey rodents that follow underfoot. But today, this route is shared by 4 adventurers bickering about sweet nothings on their quest for answers.
Man, if only I had my cart.
Well, that's what I was saying, was like, carts are technically slower. Well, it's good for your legs to keep walking around, alright?
My legs hurt.
What? We've been over this, Abris. Legs are going to hurt, alright? Having a
Mine
cart
is
is not
so
going to
much
make it
heavier
any
than
better.
yours,
Which,
but
Let's see.
I probably weigh more than you do.
We could
no,
take turns.
you don't. You're not as tall as I
I
am.
can
Well.
still carry you know.
I'm very
We
fat.
could have just laid in the back.
I don't mind.
It like pans down from her. You are already on her shoulders. Her legs hurt.
It's just like
Probably.
on her and then it zooms out.
Yeah. I told you you can ride my shoulders, and it's like my legs still hurt, and she's just on top of you. Cramping.
My legs still hurt.
That's definitely what's happening. You have to keep balance because you have the backpack on.
Where are these Black Knights supposed to be, anyways? I thought we'd be here already.
Well, there's a city nearby, right?
How far away are we? Do you know? You know more about the wilderness out here than I
I don't
do.
know much about the landscape. That's
Clayton, you've been poring over a couple of maps, partially from memory, partially from ones that you drew in crayon. And after a few scouring events, climbing up certain areas and fighting small to large beasts on your way here, you saw 2 large pillars of smoke that imply civilization. And they were coming out of the nostrils of the aforementioned giant stone, somewhere between a hill and a mountain, that looks exactly like a wolf.
Well, let's go inside and see if we can buy a better map. And
A better
ask
map?
around a
that
bit.
would help me a lot actually if I'm supposed to be the one directing us.
Hey,
Ask
you
around for the Black Knights. Don't
I
you
know-
think that they're
I
gonna
know
get upset?
survival, the wilderness, all of that. That's your
I know
job.
how to survive,
I'm good
but
at
when the
surviving.
map is made in
Crayon?
crayon.
Hey, I've made a wonderful map, okay?
Yeah, don't diss
Show-
Clayton's
show-
artwork.
Show
Here,
Kat the map
look.
that I've been trying to read.
He took my crayons.
I see. I'm not good at survival. I don't understand this.
It looks like a child's drawing of a giant stone titan walking over some jagged green lines.
Never mind. It would be Clayton. This isn't even a map. This is a drawing
Hey,
of a cool battle.
it got us here.
Yeah. Okay. It may not be the best anime titty drawing, but it led us to where we are now.
Alright, and we go inside.
If we just keep following this, we should be fine, I think.
Yeah, let's keep going.
I assume that we all kind of just make our way towards this town, continuing bickering about whose feet hurt the most.
Yeah.
I
You guys continue forward, and eventually you find a large cobbled road that leads into the open maw of this giant stone wolf. And you see a large group of caravans, both going in and out. Currently, there's about 4 or 6 total carts headed outward. All of them are heavily fitted with iron and metal and pulled by very, very large beasts.
What does the beast look like?
They somewhat resemble oxen, but with large horns that move forward, somewhat like a black dragon's horns.
Okay.
Their hair is very kind of mottled, and you can tell just by looking at them that there is a stench of must permeating pretty much the whole caravan.
Gross.
There's a couple of people who seem to be coaching each of these caravans, and one of them kind of looks down at you and just smiles. Says, "You all coming from up north?"
Yeah, we are. Who are you?
Just a simple man delivering some wares. You looking to buy anything?
What are you selling?
You need any specialty weapons? And
No.
he kind of pulls his cart to a stop, and the couple carts behind him just slow, accepting
Guys,
it.
you
This
know
would
I
be-
love specialty
This would be the time
weapons.
for me to ask, how does gold work in City of Mist or money?
Play it off based on what you already had and what you know. I
I
believe
had a
you guys
lot.
do still have a decent bit of wealth.
Okay.
I'm gonna double check.
Pretty
that
sure
real quick.
I have like 0 will.
It would literally be a moment where like Ket is just like, no thanks, and then walks off, and then stops, and then looks back, and everybody's standing around that guy, and I'm just like,
Do you have any food?
We've got a few rations for the trip up north.
No, not like rations, like good food, like maybe a pastry or meat.
You
have a bag
you
full of
know
pastries.
a bakery around here or something like that in the city?
You've never been here, have you?
No, this is our first time.
All right. I actually don't have the name of the city. Give me a quick second.
It's called Tumbleweed.
it's
Oh, you
called
had
the
to check your
City
wallet.
of Mist!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Roll credits.
Oh, we're leaving? We're done?
Iron Flow.
24-minute game.
Yeah.
Played about 5 of it.
You know
Wait,
back
does
there-
that dude just deadass say this place is called Iron Flow?
Yeah.
Hey, Tumbleweed.
You know back there's the forges. They don't really have a market in pastries.
Sounds like a lot of people die here.
No. It's
Oh.
where metal comes through. They've
Oh,
got-
okay, that makes more sense actually. Yeah,
You see the smoke billowing that you probably got you here?
that could have been bodies.
Quick question. You guys don't happen to have any sort of
where are you
explosives,
from?
do you?
What do you need explosives?
Sounds like this is a mining.
What
city.
don't I need explosives for, honestly?
Go ahead and roll investigate.
Okay.
Wow,
Or- no, I'm
rolling
sorry.
in City of Mist.
Let's go with convince. So you are attempting to persuade, charm, or get more information from
In
them.
the game City of Mist, you have power tags. These power tags act as bonuses towards your character. We all have different power tags that pertain to our character that we came up with. They all have little themes and little things that we can use to give ourselves +1 on our 2d6 roll. In
And
this
when-
game, you only roll 2d6 and you get a +1, 2, or 3 based on how many power tags associate to the situation.
Such as, I have Golden Gathering connections thanks to this card. I'm gonna say, hey, also just letting you know, if you do, I'm with the Golden Gathering, and I show them a little pin. I'm like, I can refer some adventurers and bounty and like monster hunters to you, so that you get more business.
Adding
If you
anything else?
continue discount. No, that's it. So
Okay.
it's +1. It's bad.
It's
a
bad.
6 and a 1, so 7, 8.
What's the success, isn't it?
So what is it? Below a 7 is a abject failure.
Yes.
7 to 9 is a success with some consequences, and a 10 and up is total success.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the 3 conditions that we might come upon.
Yep.
We don't work for the Golden Gathering. We're shipping supplies to the Black Knights. If you wanted to pick anything up, I could maybe have it fall off the cart for a fee. But if you're looking to push a different agenda, I can't support that.
Alright, fair enough. Yeah, I actually don't have any money. I'm alright. We can probably get going.
All right. He slams it and he moves forward out of the town.
Wait, where are you guys going?
We're making a couple of shipments from here to Darden. We got one going to Lockheim, then we're circling right back. This is our 4th one.
Oh. Well, have fun. Don't die. There's wolves.
Alright.
Sure.
And creepy bat creatures. Wait, that was a dream. Never mind.
You had that dream too?
Alright,
Let's talk about this later.
let's also talk about this later, because I had that dream too. But we need to go find a blacksmith. Because I don't have any coins. I have 6 copper, but I also have just a second. Where to go?
You only have.
Also have 5.
What do you need from the
platinum
blacksmith?
ingots. I have 5 platinum ingots.
Don't you need to go
Oh.
to
I
a
need to
bank
melt
for
them
that?
down.
You need to melt
Or
them
like
down.
sell them or something.
Go to a bank.
New power tag. Rich.
Actually,
Is that a power tag?
I like what I think Abbas just found out where the Black Knights are
Yep.
for us too.
What?
They said they work for the Black Knights,
said
and
they
they
were
were
shipping
gonna
for
go
the
give
Black
stuff to
Knights,
them,
and
and
she asked where they were
then I
going.
was like, "Where are you guys going?" They were like, "We're going here and here," and then we're
Darden
gonna
and
come back.
Lockheim.
What an idiot. He gave away military secrets.
so I'm going to give Clayton a little story tag called Platinum Ingots, and you can apply a +2 whenever you would like to use them until they run out.
Ooh.
to buy things.
Yeah.
I think all of us would make our way inward towards the town,
Okay.
continuing talking about stuff. And I'll say, Clayton,
Yeah.
we do need to still find these Black Knights.
Well, I
True.
just found them before us because I'm incredibly intelligent.
Look, we're a little bit wanted by them. You know, if we just stroll on into one of their cities, they're going to know we're here. So you hang around for a little
Well,
while.
then we could.
We should also find, once we get some money, I should disguise myself, and I'm gonna need some help with that because it's been a while since I've like gone full disguise mode.
We'll just turn into a
I mean,
bird.
I can
help
sneak
you.
around. It's just I worry for all of you.
I can
No,
help you
because
get
they know
rid of
me,
you.
they don't know you guys.
I
Probably
can turn
won't.
into
They
a
know
bird.
us.
There's
or
that
a-
one boat in the middle of the ocean that was like the 2 people left after that shipwreck, and they did not survive.
They
don't
know all of us, I'm almost certain.
Yeah,
Eh. Alright.
people talk.
You guys head upward as this cobble path begins to actually stretch wider and become caked with soot as the cobblestones become black. Inside this wolf's mouth that you have elevated and are now dipping down into reveals a second layer to the landscape, about 80 feet below the assumed ground. A well-established town rests inside the corpse of this giant creature, wrapped around a river that flows at the same elevation. It seems, just drawing from conclusions, that perhaps there was a great battle here in the events that transpired
So
before.
it's like a
all
wolf
of
head
you.
and like dips down into like a little like
Literally,
depression.
like, this used to be big flatlands with rivers running through it. A bunch of giant stone wolves fought something here. They all died, and now they look like rocky hills.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And you are walking into the mouth of the largest one.
Dang.
And inside is revealed, it looks like its chest cavity has been opened and renovated to host a whole city.
So we're inside the wolf?
Yes.
Cool.
And it's
Kent would think this very ordinary, but I'm just
Yeah.
like, ah.
scary. The immediate highlights are 2 large smelting furnaces on either side of the main road, what look like giant bats resting in iron cages above the town, and the presence of Black Knights.
Uh-oh.
There they are.
Coming through here, it's a well-established, very set-in mining town. There are pockmarks of different caves that seem to line the walls of this, and it looks like the residents, the most common people here, are dwarves. A lot of the Black Knights are humans or similar otherwise.
Oh, there they are. All right.
You hear the echo of pickaxes ringing constantly at intervals.
I'm gonna like this city because Clayton speaks Dwarvish.
Guys, we need to. Our goal here is to uncover their operation and find out what they're doing, where they're going to go next, and find a way to stop them from attacking those who do have the Tesseract. I mean, this is our start. Where do we go? What should we do?
I could turn into a rat and follow them around.
I don't think that's going to be very helpful.
Why?
That also might
Following
be
one
dangerous.
Black Knight around may not lead us to the conclusion that we need.
Well, we'll just find which one is the leader, and then I'll follow him around.
There we go. That's a good idea. We should find a leader. And if we find one, then maybe we could interrogate him and find out what they're doing with the Tesseract
Yeah.
What they want with the Tesseract.
and what they want with it.
I like
And
where
if
your
this person doesn't know anything, then we can make our way up the ladder.
I like where your head's at, but that might be a little difficult because the Black Knights are pretty heavily guarded.
That's true.
Anything we do is
We
gonna
could
be
disguise
difficult.
ourselves.
Yes.
I'll just
We could
be a
kidnap
rat.
4 of them, and then we will put ourselves. Ah, you're a halfling. Damn it.
I could be a rat.
Okay, true.
I'd rather be a rat
3
than a
of
guy
them.
in armor.
That'll even make our job easier.
Logan,
They also have shared no hiring bias, and it seems that halflings are welcome among their numbers.
Oh well, that's also true.
We just need to steal 3.
They'd just be really
Maybe
funny
get
looking.
3 somewhat
Sorry.
tall, and then 1 half.
I'll just be a rat.
She could just be a rat.
Yeah.
Logan,
What's up?
looking around, are there any Black Knights walking around? And if they are they in like groups or squads or whatever?
You see a few of them. It seems like they're pretty spotty in the area. The groups that they walk in are maybe very conveniently groups of 3. That was the
Yes.
plan.
It's perfect.
It seems like they're just kind of monitoring how effective the manufacturing is going here.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
All right, we're gonna go into an alley. One of you is gonna call a group of Black Knights over here. Be like, "Oh no, there's trouble."
Yes. We
We're
beat
gonna
the shit
lure
out of
them
them.
in.
We need to
Yes.
make sure not to get blood on the armor.
We
Oh.
could wait until
Oh, that might be hard.
nighttime.
We could just we could wait for them to go to sleep.
It's
We can take your armor
much
off when you go to
easier.
sleep, and then we can steal it while they're sleeping, and then they won't know. They'll wake
That's a
up and they'll
great
be like,
idea, actually.
"Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Who
in
sleeps
my
with their
underwear."
armor
It's
on?
also much easier to hunt when there's not so much noise and
True.
eyes.
I don't think people suspect as many things in the daytime, though.
Where are you guys discussing this?
It's literally like, and we're just like at the front of the town.
Yeah.
We're like,
There's
out
like the
there-
caravan that's like 60 feet behind you. Just the fuck are they talking about?
Maybe we should lie low.
yeah.
Find a tavern, get us some food and some drinks, and hope that nobody recognizes us.
I still need money.
Cat pulls up a hood.
All right.
So I'm gonna go. You guys go find a tavern or something, and then I'll find you guys. I'm gonna go find a blacksmith.
Be careful, Clayton. Please don't get yourself caught.
Okay, I'll try.
All right.
I could go with them. Just in
Can you?
case.
Hey, I am fairly untraceable when I want to be.
Yeah, go with him.
The camera pulls out and fades to black.
As the two of us just kind of
yeah,
like split off.
split in separate ways. We're going to fade right back into you guys walking through the streets. Where are you going? What are you doing?
We're just gonna walk down the street, look for, like, try and avoid any Black Knights. Like, not obviously, but just stay out of their line of sight.
Yeah, roll hide.
Kind of
Or sneak
blending
around.
in.
I'm gonna use my untraceable feat so that I can, like, blend into the crowd.
Okay. Anything else you're going to add to that?
No, because I failed. Because Clayton's very obvious. Because he's a monster hunter. And
All right.
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh.
So that's
Boy. Okay.
4. That's 4.
Well, I rolled a 10, so
You rolled a 10.
I didn't have anything that I
Okay.
felt like I could reasonably add to that. So
All right. So you guys are trying very hard to sneak through the alleyways and the streets of this town that you've never visited. You are definitely outliers, being a very large woman wielding an axe and a
Man
blatant mercenary who wears an emblem very loudly.
I guess if there's anything that I could say is like with the 10, what I'm trying to do is, yes, a town has a layout, but every layout could be like the woods, in that there's some areas that are going to be
Yes.
more obviously.
Yeah, you kind of
It-
use your elven intuition to think like, okay, these buildings, I can view them as trees, and I can see like each of these pathways as if they were game trails.
Nothing
Yeah.
nothing so important that I could add one, but rolling a 10, that's how I'm
Okay.
rationalizing it.
Yeah, you're just thinking very cleverly. So, and as you're looking around, you're kind of sneaking, you're hiding in these certain areas. Neither of you are intuitive enough to pick up on a couple of people that noticed you. You guys are moving very quietly. Where are you trying to head?
Just
Just wants to
like
find a
either a blacksmith
Okay.
or a jeweler.
You're kind of getting the lay of the land, and right before you enter the market district, you begin to emerge from this alleyway, and strolling out in front of the alleyway is a black knight, and he draws a mace and a shield,
Uh-oh.
and you see two more behind you, and another joins him. He begins to walk forward, and we cut to you guys in a tavern.
God damn it.
What have you been up to for the past hour?
Oh fuck. We have gone to a tavern.
Okay.
Named
The tavern.
The wild horsefly.
the Wild Horsefly.
Oh,
And
okay.
we are sitting at like a corner booth table. What's that?
Just a minor narrative addition. As you guys are deeper into the city, your eyes begin to sting as the nitrogen permeating from the stench of guano that has filled a
The
decent
bats.
section of this city.
The what?
The bat.
There are bats in cages lining the roof of this cave,
Ooh.
Guano
and they've
is
been
bat
shitting down on the city for a while.
Ew.
And
Good
it's
thing we're in a
definitely
tavern.
affected the terrain. Yeah, you guys have found.
Yum. Yeah, we are. We're in like a booth area, and Ket is kind of sitting on the end, just kind of like shaking his leg a lot, looking around constantly. And then panning next to him is Abris with a ton of food. It's just
I'm Kirby.
yeah. And
a young dwarven woman kind of walks up to you and just sets down a wooden mug of water.
Thanks.
You're not from around here, are you?
No, what made you think that?
Everything about you.
Yeah.
You're not wearing any outsider garb of the people residing in here. Where did
We're
you
just
come
passing
from?
through. Came from up north.
All right. She walks away knowing not to ask any more questions.
I say, wait,
Yes.
you could help me.
Did
I'm
you
looking
want-
for information. The Black Knight's here.
Yeah.
I'm no spy or anything along the lines of that. I'm just looking for a friend.
She kind of looks around. You know what? Go ahead and roll me convince.
Convince?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yes,
Ah.
the Black Knights are everything but racist. It seems.
Shit.
Let's get that white man.
So I've really only got one for this, and it's gonna negate itself with my weakness tag. But I don't think I'm gonna invoke my weakness tag right now because I kind of want this to work.
What is your weakness tag?
Outcast.
Okay, that's not fitting here.
No, because I figure we can see eye to eye on this dwarf lady, but like,
Yeah.
and I can choose to invoke it, or you can choose. To
I
invoke
can
it.
choose to invoke it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I choose, or do you have to do it?
You can choose to like yes, and I can choose to yes, but you can't choose to no when I yes.
Got
if
it.
that makes
Okay.
sense.
All right, then I'm just gonna do. I've seen the end.
Okay.
I'm less convincing and more of like I need your help.
Yeah, you're begging on sympathy
Yes.
almost.
10.
All right. Give me a second to find. Oh God, yeah, I need 2 of these. So the City of Mist book is massive because it gives you everything you will ever need, which is a blessing and a curse because the dungeon master moves are so far away from the player moves.
It's all good.
So yeah, we're gonna take a tiny little, just a
2
moment.
seconds
Yeah.
to figure out what the fuck is going on. I saw earlier that Gabe said in the chat that I think this was secretly Jacob's idea to do this so that he could do cool shit. And you know what? I was not my idea, but I did very much encourage Logan to do it. It's like, I want to switch to City of Mist, and I'll be like, I'll actually be cool. And he's like, we'll probably do this.
Let's go to. Nope.
But yes, it helps me out a lot because I get to be way less shitty. I get to actually play a
Excuse
character
me.
that I wanted to play in this rather than just a weird warlock rogue combination. You know, not that D&D is bad. D&D is super fun, but
Yeah. Okay, 248.
my newest video, I feel like I just shit all over D&D. I'm not. I like it a lot.
I think that D&D just has a structure to it that doesn't fit Tesseract very well.
Yeah. no.
Exactly. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Guys,
Hold
have
on.
you ever had a medicine ball from Starbucks? Not sponsored.
Yes.
So
No.
fucking good.
Very good.
It is
Okay.
like it's like 2 different types of tea in like hot water and hot lemonade,
Yeah.
and it is amazing.
One of the times that Victoria was down here, she was feeling kind of sick, and I knew about that, and she got that like every day.
It's
That's
delicious.
You successfully convince her with the power of 1, and
Awesome.
you change her agenda to include yours.
Yes.
So, what exactly do you say to get her to sympathize or empathize?
I would say to her, "Oh shoot, the leader of the operation here. Where is he?"
She takes great caution looking around. She sees a few black knights just seated. They are clearly in the middle of a meal, as
Yeah.
if they're about to go back out on rounds. They're not suspecting anything here. She looks over to her supervisor, who's occupied with a drunken dwarf who's not issuing his payment on time.
Oh, nice.
And she sits down. Our mayor... The mayor is a sellout. He sold the entire city to the Black Knights.
They're mining for something, aren't they?
Iron. To make weapons. They're fueling a war that we're not even a part of. I think it's just a cash grab on his part. I don't think he knows what he's doing.
Don't worry. I'll solve this. Me and my friends are going to help you.
His manor is placed in the center of the river.
What?
We're gonna help you.
Both of us.
Oh
are-
yeah.
Yep.
The river that runs through the town, his manor rests in the center of it on a buoy.
All right. That's where he mostly stays.
That's where they bring the contracts, the updated payments, and everything.
This is such an epic
Yeah, I know,
conversation we're
Jesus.
having.
It kind of is, but the volume is funky.
Just skip it.
Okay.
There you go. You're good. The
Spickleragu.
volume's fine. It was just
Okay.
like, holy fuck. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're doing a good thing by helping us.
We just... Look, if you talk to anyone who's drunk around here, all they're going to complain about is the curfew and the bat shit everywhere.
Yeah, why do they have all the bats?
Curfew?
Yes, they enforced an early curfew. They don't want us wandering around at night.
Damn it.
And the bats are their mounts. It's what most of them rode in on. This is just...
What happens if you get caught at night?
Well, first you get a fine, and if you can't pay the fine, then...
They have patrols at night?
Of course, that's how they enforce it.
Good. Thank you.
Let me know if you need anything else. Or
This is going to work out. Yes, of course.
you won't be needing seconds, will you? It'd be nice to get a bit of a order in before you need it.
She's fine.
Okay.
Okay. She takes the tray and leaves.
This is going to work out much more in our favor than I had assumed. And then cut
Yeah,
to
we
them.
cut right back to you guys. And there's a knight who just kind of walks toward you.
Can we
Outsiders,
Is it easy to tell?
what are you doing here?
We're just passing through, honestly. We're just trying to find our way.
You're
back.
passing through by sneaking through the alleyways?
Hey, we're exploring the city.
Did you do something? Did you hurt
I
someone?
did tell you the blacksmiths weren't this way.
Actually, yeah, she did say that. But we're just looking through. This is our first time in town.
Why do you need the blacksmith?
Okay. So, the reason we're up north is my uncle was like a hermit, and he happened to have a little bit of wealth. And then I take one of the platinum out, and he goes, he left this to me.
Roll convince and add the +2 of the platinum
Look
with
how
anything else.
fucking rich I
Yeah.
am.
Look, take the money.
5, 6, 7, 8. No, wait. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a 9.
Okay. All right. Where did you say you were headed?
To the blacksmith, we're gonna like melt this down if it's legal or.
You have
sell
another
it.
one of those?
No, this is the only one I have. I'm sorry.
We're going to have to find you.
For what?
We can show you where it is.
How much are you gonna find me?
We'll talk about it when we get there.
All your money.
He guides you through the streets, and you guys eventually find yourself at a pretty small blacksmithery. This is one of the smaller ones. It's a bit further back in the city near the river. There are the two the giant ironworks in the front that billow out of the nostrils. This one is just kind of one of the small ones that has their own little establishment. You can find the guy in there. Come back when you've got it in coins.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. We'll keep our post here. Don't cause any trouble while you're in there.
All right. Yeah. Walk inside.
Okay. You enter, and it looks like as the aforementioned, it's a small establishment. There seem to be just a couple of dwarves running around, caked in soot. It looks like they've been working a lot of very raw materials. Maybe this is a coal refinery area that they send up to the front of the city. And one of them is just an old little man with large glass goggles, and he wipes his hands on his apron. And how can I help you?
Hi, I have a big job for you, actually. I can probably help you out.
All right.
So, first off, do you like the Black Knights? Well, I'll look around first before I say this. To see if there are any Black Knights
Do you like
in
the Black
room.
Knights? Wait.
This is a small building, so you'll have to say that quietly.
Okay.
Like lean in.
Do you like the Black Knights?
But louder for the microphones.
Do you like the Black Knights?
They've shown us a few things. I'm not very big on the shit that cakes my rooftops right now, but aside from that, it doesn't seem that they've done any harm. They're just buying up our materials.
Okay, so how much coin will melting this down get? I pull out one of the things, the iron ingots.
Yeah, are you looking for that?
Cool.
It's a platinum ingot, right?
Yep.
Okay. He pulls out an extra goggle and puts it on his own, clicks it in, and twists it. This is purified platinum. Where did you get this?
Better not to ask questions. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't steal it, if that's what you're wondering. I got this
Just
reputably.
You
but
can just say it was your uncle in the north.
yeah, it was my uncle in the north. That's what happened.
From Arkenberg or Linhaven?
Yes.
The woods.
The woods.
In between the two.
Roll convince with a -2.
Okay, well,
It's a 2.
Oh,
This is a very hot item.
Does he
I
have food?
can't work on this.
yeah, he does.
Okay, there's an island up north, past all that, and there's a guy up there that I actually did get it from. I promise you I did not steal it.
Take it somewhere else. We work on coal here.
The Black Knights asked for it to be done.
That's true, though.
They told us not to come out until it was coins.
Very well. Roll convince with a +1.
Yeah, you do it.
We'll see.
7.
7.
All right, and this is with a convince. Yeah, he takes it back, and let's say it was a pretty solid slate. It was worth maybe 50 coins, and he comes back with about 46. This is all I could get for you.
Look inside. Back inside. Alright. Are there any other blacksmiths that could also do this for future reference?
If it's for the Black Knights, just ask one of them to come with you next time.
Okay.
Perhaps one of the front, or don't know why they sent you here. Please leave.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go, but before I actually leave, by the door, I'm gonna take 20 gold coins. I'm gonna bury it in my bag so that it's unnoticeable because I do have a big bag.
All right.
I have the power tag big bag.
So yeah, 20 of the platinum.
Yeah, 20 of the laser platinum coins.
Yes.
I'm gonna take 20 of the platinum coins, yeah, and then I'm gonna leave the rest in there. Or,
Okay.
Yeah, and then walk out with that bag.
All right. You walk out with the bag. The guy standing at the front door says, "All right, what'd you get?"
We only got 36. It looks like 20. No, what?
Just
Let me see the size of the coin.
Here you go.
You said 36 of them?
Yeah.
We'll take 20%.
So I'm sorry. I was bad at math.
Look, we can't have you guys running around, pockets lined with money, causing trouble.
All right, fine. Here's 8 platinum coins.
All right. Make it 9.
All right, fine. I'll throw in another one. That's
He
fine.
takes 9, so make a note of how much you actually have now.
Oh gosh. Okay.
And we cut back to you guys. Now a completely empty plate, which seems like an impossible feat for the halfling next to you, but it has been accomplished.
She's all stomach.
Yeah.
got an extra pocket.
And as we enter this scene, the door creaks open, and in walk the rest of your party.
Hey, there was food. Do you want some? Abers ate a lot of it.
I ate all of it, Kit.
She ate all of it. Anyways,
it's okay.
I've got some information. Did you get your platinum melted?
Yeah, Clayton is very loud.
Oh,
It's
did you
fine.
run into trouble?
A little bit.
Do they know we're here?
Behind us.
Oh no, it was just some jerk guards.
Oh, yeah, they're dickwads.
I don't think they know who we were though.
Yeah, no. Apparently we're not famous enough.
Good.
We'll fix that
I
before
don't
we
want to be
leave.
famous enough.
There's a bayou in the middle of the city.
There's a river that runs through the city that it essentially all these wolves when they died fell on top of a river and the river
it.
kept running.
Got it. Okay.
So
There's a bit of a river that runs through the city, and then in the center of it, that's where the guard captain is.
the mayor.
The mayor, sorry. Okay. Dictator, whatever you
What
want to call
about
him.
the mayor?
Hmm?
What about the mayor?
That's who we got to talk
Is he
to.
like the elders in my home?
The elders? Oh, yeah,
No.
yes. He's the leader. He's the one that runs this whole operation.
Okay.
Hey, look, the people here, they're not very happy with the Black Knights being here. They took up... The mayor sold out, and he's the one that...
The blacksmith didn't seem too upset.
Well,
Probably
getting
making
paid.
a lot of money.
yeah.
Look, this mayor probably isn't even with the Black Knights, just more sold out his city to them. But still, he's got to have some form of information. Lucky for us, there's a curfew tonight. It's bad that there's a curfew, but that means that there's nobody around except for Black Knights
So
in
we can
patrols
get
of
the
3
armor.
walking around at night.
Ooh, I can use my cow chops.
Yes, I think as long as we don't muck it up, we should be able to. And I'm saying this hushed in our booth corner
Yeah,
of
of
this
course.
tavern.
Yeah.
No,
The microphones just don't allow for
Yeah.
that.
Oh
to
yeah.
be, we should be able to pull this off.
Okay. We should definitely stay low night until we have the armor.
Yeah.
So you're saying we're gonna attack? No, I'm just kidding.
Let's just hang out here, play some cards and some dice, and wait until night.
Okay.
All right. The camera kind of pans out.
I bet
and
you 5 coins. You're betting it.
a little bit of time passes, and you guys are just a small portion of time into your downtime when what looks like a very old man steps in. He is wearing classic Black Knight garb, the full. He seems to be maybe a step above the guys that you encountered previously. He's not wearing a helmet. He has a very long kind of white beard that probably rests at about the beginning. What's this called? Fucking clavicle? I don't know.
Yeah, it's your clavicle.
What? Right
Rests
here?
about
No,
this
sternum. That's your sternum.
in
Clavicle
his
here.
sternum, his beard.
Beards.
He walks forward. He looks very tired. He goes over to the 2 guys who are passed out drunk after their lunch, kicks the shit out of their seats, and gets them back to work. He walks up to the front desk, and after a bit of time, seems that he is directed to all of you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
He comes back over.
So how was your day? We got
Sweet.
mugged by the law.
So you're the outsiders, huh?
God, dude.
Jeez.
Fucking knock it off.
Well, don't throw him.
I didn't throw him.
You need
Yes.
to turn the mic.
All right. Sounds like you got robbed by some of our guys. He hands you 6 platinum.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. They like to cause trouble when they think there is some. There's never any. Can I ask you? He pulls out what looks like a full just board of sheets and sheets of paper. What are y'all doing here?
Traveling. We'll be out of here tomorrow.
Look, I was posted here to gather information about the town and everyone that comes through here. So I need to know why you're coming through here. No one ever travels to just travel. That's bullshit, and I've heard it way too many times.
His uncle was up
Don't tell me about family. Why are you here?
I'm gonna be honest, we were just kind of lost and trying to find a city.
All right.
Because this is the map we followed, and I take out my map and I show him.
Were you affected by a spell that made you look older? What happened?
No, I'm full age.
All right.
Fully aged.
I'm a
One
fully
has
aged
learning
human.
disability.
Look, maybe you think that we've come to the grand city of mining and batshit to hang out and see its wonders, but really, we're just passing through.
I'd love to say the same. But no one really comes here. We were posted here, and I'd love to get the hell out of here. Honestly, it's a waste of time. The whole place smells like shit, and they couldn't find anywhere else to store the mounts for half the guys.
No, why don't you? Look, get your information and get going.
Give me the information. You're making it harder than it needs to be.
I mean, we don't really have a reason for being. I showed you the map we used to get here. Like,
Where'd you guys come from?
up north.
The ocean.
Yeah.
You know that place has been locked off for 4-6 years. I don't even remember.
We made our way through it.
Okay, so we did end
Someone
up
killed
fighting.
a giant sea snake.
Yeah, we did end up fighting that. Check this out. I'm gonna take my scale out.
He did. We weren't there.
The red scale. With the shield. Shut up. Pretty cool, right? Did I mention I'm a monster hunter and I shove my golden gathering pin? But I was out doing a job. We're just trying to find our way back to Arkenberg. Put my shield.
All right. We're going to have to bring you guys in for questioning. If you say that you're from the north, past the ocean, that you've been hunting, that you're a part of the Golden Gathering,
I didn't say I've been hunting.
it sounds like there's something,
I said
some
someone
ulterior
had been
motive.
hunting.
Yeah.
Do you think we're spies? Do you think we're part of the war?
I couldn't care less. Honestly, the war is the whole agenda they're working toward. I'm here for info. It's my job. Love to be
Then
anywhere
write
else.
this down. It's a group of adventurers looking for supplies, using a large amount of platinum to buy weapons, armor, and other supplies.
Blue.
And then they're heading back home. That's what we're here to do.
And you won't hear any more.
Where's your home?
Arkenberg.
Oh, down south.
Yeah. We're
All
just
right.
kind of visiting up north for the job.
You know, the war's about ending over there with Lynnhaven. How long have you guys been gone?
A while, like,
A few months.
yeah.
You know, it sounds like... Oh, hello. Sounds like Lynnhaven's finally giving up now that they have horses. And, they have our guys to thank for that. So, you might find a lot of peace back home and a few guys in similar armor. They'll be fine.
Great. Horses. Yay.
I like horses.
All right, I'm not going to ask any more. Just please don't cause any trouble while you're here. We've got drunken riots enough.
Sounds good. I'm gonna give him a handshake, but it's like one of those handshakes where you have like money in the palm of your hand, and I'm like,
What?
give him a platinum coin.
Oh shit.
Just like, oh wait,
You know, when you
is that a bad
handshake with
idea?
someone,
No,
you
no,
give
it's
them
fine.
He shakes your hand and he feels the coin, takes it out. Didn't I just give this to you?
Okay, I'm sorry. Good point. I was giving you a tip because you're being nice. Sorry, I'll take it back.
No, he holds on to it. It's a gesture that I'm not familiar with here. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. He
Thank
walks
you.
out and you hear the clatter of the door as he shuts it.
If I was Perry at this moment, her immediate response would have been, "You did see his map."
He is a smartman.
Are there any more Black Knights in there?
No, actually, they were all booted out to fucking go back to work.
As soon as he leaves, Clayton's gonna be like, oh, thank goodness. That was close, guys. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Let's just try not to lead, any ties back to the people that we don't want to, lead them back to.
Yeah, I know.
They know that the Northern Ocean is open now. Well, maybe these guys didn't. It's really far away though, so I guess it
The
doesn't
Black
really
Knights were
matter.
already on the Northern Ocean.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. We sunk their ship.
Edward, get your butt out
I'm
of
just
my
glad
mind.
that we didn't say something about the ship being sunk.
You just sat on my mind.
yeah, that's what. Oh, jeez.
Go put him in the room.
We are going to enter what is called a montage, or the downtime of this game.
Okay.
The
Perhaps give
moment.
Jacob a moment to return
Yeah.
before we.
Actually, are you guys good to go on a quick break?
Well, you figure out what a montage is?
No, just while I get it lined up so you guys know what you want to do for the montage, then we'll bounce right back into the story.
Sounds fair to me.
Awesome. It is 4.
Do we
For a
have a
little
time
early.
limit today?
Sounds good.
I don't
Yes.
think so.
Sorry.
Wait, do we have a time limit? What's
It's
that?
Maddie's birthday.
It's my sister's birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is, isn't it?
Well,
And we're going to an
Let us know
exhibition.
how you guys have been liking the game so far. I think the flow is a
Yeah.
bit more interesting.
It's fun.
Yeah, in the comments too, if y'all are interested.
Yeah, let us know in the comments how you're feeling about
We'll be right back in just a minute and kicking back into the interesting part of the story. Got everything lined up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to City of Mist Tesseract Edition.
City of Tesseract.
Yeah, City of Iron Flow, because I'm really good at naming everything after water.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I just imagined like a bloodstream.
You want to know what's cool about this place? Is that the blood of these dead wolves literally are iron veins.
Oh,
So
interesting.
that's how they're mining. They're
that's
just
cool.
going in, following these actual veins to get iron, and that's why they have such a surplus.
By the way, Spencer, someone a while back asked what you were making.
I'm embroidering the Rebel Alliance symbol into my sweater. I'm bored.
Because I'm bored.
So, a montage is a player-narrated sequence of events that happens before the next scene that we do. Just like in a movie like Rocky Training, that whole thing, he just fucking beefs up. So you guys have a decent number of options. They can get information, they can tend to their own abilities and amplify them, or they can work the case and get bonuses or information based on that.
Give me your iPad really fast.
Oh yeah, go
I'm
for it.
playing
Yeah, sure.
montage music.
How
How the fuck? Eh. Oh. Eh. Oh. Oh. One.
Nope.
Fuck. I would have been so happy if that was it.
I was at my fucking cousin's and I did that, like reciting the TF2 cinematic, and it opened, and I was so mad at them.
That's amazing. So mad at them. Alright.
Do you want to go to montage specifically?
Is that what we're doing? Is montage?
Yeah, page 267.
No, I'm changing the music.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm playing the good
The OG.
Oh, Logan, you and you're not having Spotify Premium. Never mind. We're good.
See this guy here? He's made of trash.
I'm trash.
Yeah. What's the chat looking like?
There we go.
Perfect. Never mind.
Gabe says City of Tits. Wait, no. Tissy of Mists. Cube World. There.
Hell yeah. Discworld. Fun.
Also, people seem to enjoy the system.
Cool.
Cool.
They said they're not noticing a huge difference in like how
Yeah.
the game flows, but so it works for the narrative.
Just wait till we get to combat. That'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
How the narrativeness of this game works.
All right. Cat.
All right, so Clayton and I are probably going to be working the case. Working the case is a downtime montage thing that we're going to do, and basically the two of us are making our way through the city, going around, asking around, getting information from Black Knights, maybe occasionally.
Narrate it using your power tag.
Okay, cool. So, Ket is I've got
So
unseen
just
aversion,
Jump through a bunch
second
of scenes.
story work, and probably smoke shift or jump cut. The three of those, and probably I've seen the end.
Use
I won't
those as
my
inspiration for your narration.
Yeah, exactly.
Run through
So,
some scenes.
well, I'm going through
Yeah,
it.
okay.
So, you'll probably use like Steve's tools in his second story work.
Okay.
There's more where he's like, all right, you talk to people. I'm gonna go talk to these
I'd
guys.
go like talk to kids who want to talk to a cool mercenary. You might get with kids tag.
Amazing.
Okay.
Wait, let me get through mine. So I'm literally going to an alleyway and like parkouring up the side of it, and then getting into like the top of like a Black Knight's barracks, breaking my way in, and then finding one dude who's in there cooking eggs and bacon, and I literally like hold my knives up to him, and I'm like, you're gonna tell me information, and I'm going around like sneaking into places and like interrogating random people.
So yeah, it cuts from you like holding a knife to someone, like tell me what you know, to you opening a chest full of papers and the signatures
Perfect,
and stuff.
yes,
You run
awesome.
through those.
To me, talking to some kid like, oh, so the Black Knights come through here every week? Oh, okay, and like what time-ish? Oh, you're asleep? Okay, no, don't worry, I'll talk to somebody else.
The kids always gravitate back to poop. There's like bat poop everywhere.
There's probably a moment as well where like I've like gone through that, and then there's like a door about to be like broken open by the Black Knights because they know somebody breaks in. They go inside, and there's just the papers are just left, and there's nothing there because I teleported. Anyways,
So what 3 clues are you gathering? A
I
clue is a
want to
piece of
know
information that
how
I
they know how people have the Tesseract. How are they tracking the Tesseract?
Okay. You run through some of the major papers. It seems like these are how they conduct business when it comes to the intelligence side of the Black Knights. They exclusively hire diviners and silver tongues. So the way that you gather that they've been tracking you is they're using people who are using divination to figure out where you are.
Okay.
They're trying to find information gathering from what they know, records on you, and they draw straight to where you are and they set up an attack or defense.
Okay. It's probably another cut to another moment where I'm in a library in the city, and I've met alone in the back of this empty area of a library with a mage. And I'm literally asking him probably a different question, and I'm just asking, I'm just describing how
Very old dwarf
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a huge comedic beard.
how to get around something like that, how to protect yourself from scrying or from tracking or anything like that.
You see him stroke his beard, and as he gives you information, it cuts to the next one.
Perfect.
So how to avoid scrying? Amulets are very effective. He's also a bit cocky, and he says, don't get caught, don't get known. If people don't know who you are, it's a lot harder to scry. If you're
It's true.
shifting who you are at certain times, if you're changing identities, you're impossible to track.
What if it's an item? It's more like I know I can make myself more difficult to track, but I need something not to be able to be tracked.
Amulet.
So he gave you a general answer
Yeah.
for how to avoid tracking when you're not carrying the
That's
item.
true. That's true.
That's
yeah,
going to
yeah.
be your third, but I think that'd be a better question answered later. So we'll cut to your
well,
next
then
one.
my third question would be, where can I get one of these amulets?
Okay. Yeah.
Is this Bastion?
No.
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
Feels like be a Bastion.
It could.
A little bit. He would probably direct you to all the way back to Arkenberg, down south.
All right.
That's the most established place. Actually, that's wrong. There is another place. Do you remember the place that was mentioned moments ago by the caravan rider?
Mundenberg?
Dardin.
Dunton?
Dardin.
Dargan.
Dardin.
Darden. Got it.
Very magical town. Everyone there is fucking
Dardin.
crazy. That's all he knows.
I have my leads. All right. I'm done working the case.
All right, cutting out of the montage. Do we want to go with Abris narration or Altai?
Okay.
And then you
I'm
guys,
kind of following your lead.
you guys will
Following my
piggyback
lead.
off the other ones.
Okay, so what we're doing? What is it called? Like the overarching name for everyone to know.
Working the case.
Working the case. So the idea. No, I thought it was preparing. I thought we were preparing.
Yes, preparing for your next activity. Sorry.
Gotcha. So we're preparing to break into the mayor's home to get some information from him, and in doing so, we need to obtain 3 pieces of Black Knight's armor. To do that, I am going to work with Abris, who's going to use her shape changing, as far as I understand, to attract Black Knights, a trio of them, into the.
What form do you take, and how do you attract them?
Probably like a dog. I feel like there would be dogs in the city. That'd be like
Okay.
maybe like a mangy looking dog. Like run up and like bite one of them and then run off into the alleyway.
All right, yeah. So you take the form of kind of a beefy dog,
Yeah.
very mangy, and you run up, screaming, shouting, barking,
Bork, bork,
and
bork.
you snag onto one's leg. You pull him to the ground. You dart into an alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
We immediately cut to 3 of them chasing after a dog, turning a corner. What do they see?
So I'm there, and as I'm there, what I would do is, as they're turning the corner, not expecting another person to be there, using Kira, which is one of my mythos, unrelenting spirit from that,
Okay.
and athletic physique, and my tribe's axe. I'm going to have the axe, but instead of slicing through them, I'm going to turn it sideways, and since it's like this oversized great axe, I'm just gonna like slam all 3 of them into the wall using the blade of the axe.
So they swing
And
around,
knock 'em
turn
out
this
like
corner,
that.
and middle of the momentum, right as they're like running over to see where this dog is, slamming all 3 of their necks, crashing into the wall. All of them go limp.
Awesome.
And then an immediate cut to you 2 just wearing armor.
It's like a little too
And,
big for her.
and like on my back, I have a rope like holding another suit of armor
So
together.
Okay.
That's so awesome. Love it.
So we got armor for you, and me,
And I'll be a pup.
and you'll be a pup.
I will put this on your... Okay, so there's something called a crew tag. They have abilities that they all can collectively use as a team, and I will add a power tag with juice of 3 for Black Knight's armor.
Yeah.
So they can all
Awesome.
pull from that pool whenever it seems appropriate, and I will allow
Hell yeah.
or disallow that.
Very nice. So it's juice, so we can each like take one from it,
And
or do we all get like a +3?
Juice is usually... Actually, the way that I believe this would normally go, we're still kind of learning the system, so we're helping you learn by learning alongside you. Let's jump out of this music really quick.
Yeah, it's fine. You
Is
can
I
take whatever you
think
want.
each person normally divides their action and their time. No, thank you.
Give me.
Yeah, sure.
Right, so technically the bonuses should only go to one person at a time.
Yeah, you would get 3 and you would get 3, but we're running this kind of as a team effort, so we'll say a collective. We'll make it 4.
So a collective plus
Yeah.
4.
Ideally,
so,
you
are
use
those
them.
wedding wreaths?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's why you were asking.
Yeah. So you guys can use up to 4 for any number of actions that relate to the Black Knight armor boon.
And once we use, like, let's say I did something and used 2 of the Black Knight's armor, then that would go down to being 2.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Or
It's like a wellspring of
Yeah.
power tags.
Yeah.
And as it winds to an end, the clock strikes midnight, and you hear the coo of a chicken.
The cool of a chicken.
A midnight
a
chicken.
midnight chicken.
That's what Tesseract has. They don't do it at the break of dawn, they do it at fucking midnight.
That's the worst.
The Tesseract chickens. Fuck them.
Yeah.
How does
They're
this thing work,
extinct.
Logan? You like stand
What
it?
do you... no, you do the inverse.
Oh, I did it.
Okay.
He's like, that's definitely not how that's supposed to work, but
Okay.
It worked.
Ooh, biggest blunder, $9.99.
Oh,
yeah.
hey. What'd he say?
Hey, I just got back from Doc's. Cut roof of mouth from hard ass bread, sharp as knife. Vid of me yeeting set bread in Discord chat. Keep up the great work, Logan and Jacob. Love you guys.
Fuck that bread, my guy.
Thanks, man.
Just everyone,
Appreciate
if you have hard ass bread, if you have oven baked chips, throw them as far and hard as you can.
Whoa.
I like bread.
They cut our bull.
Whoa.
You guys know that bread is fresh?
Future.
Hey, I've got one of those on my phone.
Wow.
Jacob hates that I have a Note 9, so I have a stylus for my phone.
Logan, I'm just gonna direct you to this page.
All right.
Look at all of the
Yeah.
different playlists I have. Use them.
okay,
Alright, well, we should all put you.
Logan, can I have 2 marathon moments real quick?
What are we
Marathon.
on?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was going to ask if you could actually add 2 additional questions because we didn't get enough clues pertaining to the actual task at hand.
Yeah, it's your job.
He was essentially working a different case, almost.
Okay. So
You want to know a bit more about the task at hand, the city itself.
The first question is just by like asking around in a tavern.
Okay.
Or whatever. Is
So we cut back from him basically vanishing in the middle of the room, papers fluttering everywhere. There's like a zoom pan, and you're just in a tavern. Everyone's laughing with you. What are you asking him?
And then I pulled out his eyeball.
I think he still has one of them.
Okay,
Or no, it was turned into. Thank you.
oh no, what was it? I had 5 and I only melted down 1.
They asked you if you had any more.
I know. I told him no.
If I knew that, you would have had to sneak around.
Oh.
So we'll put those on hold. You can't use them this session.
Yeah, no, I won't. But, what do I ask him? Gosh darn it.
Pertaining to any degree of this case, because it seems like you guys are pulling something on the mayor.
What was it? 1, I'd, like, ask general directions just around town, like, how to get around. And,
Okay.
like, where major landmarks are and stuff.
Yeah, they kind of give you like a general, like some of them kind of write you off as a joke, but the rest of them, mostly these half-drunk dwarves who are like kind of kind people. They're like, yeah, there's this here, there's that there, and like if you need to get around, this is where the market district is.
And then I ask him about.
They give you like the mayor is across the bridge. You go and you find a bridge to his house because it's not connected on this side. Just general pointers.
And I'd ask him.
Excuse me.
How to get hired as mercenaries for a caravan. Like for as we're leaving.
You would get the info that they are outsourced to a guild of caravan riders, or what are they called? Caravan coaches. There's a guild that is in the whole region of Arkenberg.
And then they like protect the caravans and stuff. They don't need any mercenaries or anything like that.
The people here really don't know. They know that they ship them out, the caravans deliver just fine, and no one gets any flack.
Okay, cool. Those are my 2 questions.
All right. You guys learned nothing about the mayor, so I'm going to actually give him a couple bonuses for that. Yeah. Midnight. You hear the dong of a clock that is much more thematic than it is situational, as I don't believe they have a clock here.
Oh shit.
And you guys all, in a group, awaken in the upper floor of this tavern, the inn rooms that you've been provided. What are you doing?
I'm gonna set up a belt so that I have everything I need, like caltrops, ball bearings, and then
Okay.
like a grappling hook
And
as well.
we are working on a spotlight, so feel free to explain everything that you're doing, like a scene.
Okay, so this is just when I wake up. I get all that stuff ready on my belt so that I don't have to take my bag.
Okay.
And then I'm still gonna have my armor on, so that's gonna be 1 weakness tag for sneaking around.
Then burn your bag. There's a thing in the game.
Wait.
Those are
That's
these.
been.
No, that's
These
wet
Is it
erase.
Wet erase too?
These are.
Oh,
Not
these
wet.
are what erase.
These are like cardboard, dude.
They're the same texture as these.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Here you go.
If they are wet erase,
It's
I
maybe a
will be
light amount of sheen.
surprised.
You want to test
Test
it?
it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was really messy.
Quite a smear.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll just have to fix it.
That's fine.
Yeah, we'll fix it later.
It's
Now we know. It's forever burned. Yeah, there's a thing in this game during certain situations where you can burn a tag, and you won't be able to use it until you give it attention in a montage or in a situation that makes sense.
It's like it runs out.
Yeah, you run out. So it's kind of like spell slots in a way for each specific ability.
Yep.
What are you guys doing? We're cutting from
Yeah, I am.
Clayton.
I'm putting on this armor.
Okay, so we kind of like zoom down to another floor.
Yep.
And it's Ket's room.
Oh.
I'm going through. I'm like putting on this armor. And I would probably be in the same room as Altair because I'd be talking to her as well, and I would just be like, I hope this works. We're just trying to get information out of this guy.
Yeah.
And maybe set this town right a little bit. These Black Knights, posing tyranny on the city. If we can do anything to help them, we have to do it. As I put a helmet on.
And
Yeah, sure.
I also putting my helmet on, be like, yeah, I know we really need to do something.
When did?
Oh, hey, Clayton, I didn't know you were here. it's just you and I, and it looks like we're alone, and then just whoop, and Clayton's there, and it's like, uh-oh.
He's defying scene
How long
cuts
have
where
you
he's in
been
another
here?
room and then he's just
I've
there.
been standing here for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I was invisible.
I'm standing so still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not right to sell your people out for money.
Of course not. That arm is a little small on you.
Is your armor small?
I would just imagine Altair's so big, like her arms are so like.
Yeah, maybe it would be.
It'll be fine.
Height wise, she's fine.
How does it feel to wear armor?
Don't like wearing armor.
Yeah. It's too heavy for me.
I mean, I feel
Avarice.
fine.
It's not too heavy.
Are
you
you
just
in
can't
here as
move
well?
right.
Cut to downstairs. Abris is waiting for the barmaid to come down.
It's like midnight and the barmaid comes over, just huge bags under her eyes with like a haphazardly made like jelly cake and sets it down. Is there anything else you need?
Chocolate milk?
Oh my god! I love it so much.
I think we can make something like that. Do we just mix... Okay. Goes back. Pan right back up.
You're having to explain to them how to make these things.
I love it. All right. Let's get Abris and let's do this.
Okay.
Hey, the Black Knight armor actually fits you, Clayton.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Or not like I hate the Black Knights kind of a thing. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, I hate
And I
it.
also
Yeah,
hate
never
you, so
Wait.
it fits perfectly.
This is D&D question, but
Yeah.
is it better armor? Because I had half plate on before. Is that full plate?
No, you guys attacked like outsourced guards.
Probably
this is some of the
grunts.
lowest. If you've seen the pixel art that we did, this is like basic Black Knight armor.
Oh fucking hell.
So I have killed people wearing this.
I don't even think that they wear helmets.
Oh, they don't?
Yeah.
I also
Cool.
have horns.
I have horns.
It's kind of like big leather things that go down and then chainmail on their arms.
Got it.
All right, it's
Thank you, Pixel Guy from Retrograde Minis.
time to change my look. I take out a dagger and I shave.
Clayton, no. Oh no. Now we have to hit up Laura. Hey, can you take his beard off?
What is this?
Power tag.
Shamed? Awesome.
Yeah. That's good for convince or sneak around.
It's gonna go back in like a couple weeks. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah.
That's true.
The cool thing about power tags in this game, or like basically just tags, detriments, or anything, is they can literally be anything I want them to be. Some of the, like, there's a tier of injury. I'll just read this one from 1 to 6. Like a 1 is mild, a 6 is transformative or lethal. Injury, ouch, stinging pain, broken arm, multiple fractures, dying, dead.
Oof.
So I can do a lot. There's like 40 more.
All right. Let's go get Abris and let's do this.
Yes.
Cut to
Cut,
downstairs.
we cut downstairs. She's finishing a glass of chocolate milk, and there's 3 knights of the hollow
It's
realm.
mostly milk. There's like a small amount of the chocolate that's actually entered the milk, but for the most part, it seems to be crushed up cocoa beans resting at the top.
Are you ready to go? Don't turn into a dog after eating that,
Why not?
because they. Never mind. Let's. Are you gonna turn into an animal so you can
Should I
stealth?
turn into like a mouse and
That would
How about a
probably be
bat?
better.
Oh my gosh, you could have a tiny bat and be like, "This is my."
They
mount."
use bats,
But
don't
it's like
they?
a normal
as a
bat.
mount?
Yeah, but maybe as pets.
Pretty large, right? The bats are probably pretty large.
I feel like
Yeah.
you'd blend in very well as a bat.
I'm gonna turn into a mouse.
But then the bats
Oh,
might
by
try
the
to
way,
attack you.
Hi,
Bats
Abris.
don't eat mice.
It's me.
Yes,
Clayton.
they do.
No.
Yes, they do, Abris.
No, they don't.
Just-
Yes, they do.
Question: chainmail. So that means that if like I hold my hand out, there's like a pretty sizable gap in that, or is it like tight chainmail?
It's pretty loose.
Okay.
It seems to be, they've kind of designed it to fit everyone, be a bit lanky for the people who can't quite hold their own, but otherwise it's effective.
Yeah, and then it's just another cue to like the door opening, and they're like, "Not a mouse, a bat," and it's like mouse, bat, and we peer around the side, and Ket's in armor, and there's a little mouse on his shoulder. He goes down the.
Well, 'cause I was gonna say
Perfect.
she could like go into the sleeve and just be hanging out the sleeve.
And we're just gonna like sneak our way over, like building.
Sorry, that's probably a little
right.
loud.
There's a curfew. We're like, maybe we should just act natural, right?
And then I just walk
Yeah,
around the
we're
corner
in
like,
armor.
"Yeah, what are you doing, cat?"
Correct.
Act
I
natural.
didn't think of that.
We're supposed to be here.
How can you whistle? You're a mouse.
It's the butt.
How are you
Yeah, just
yelling?
like that.
You're a mouse.
I toot on you.
You mouse toot on me? What the fuck, Abris?
Roll con save.
We turned into 5th edition for a minute there.
Yeah.
So I assume we're sneaking around.
Yeah, I think I'm going to need you guys to sneak around.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Unseen aversion.
Yeah, this will be pretty interesting because this is a group check, so I think I'll take the medium for everybody.
Oh, what do you
Okay.
mean?
As in, take
So,
everyone's
like-
score, find the middle.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like if I
'Cause
roll
if you're
a 1
sneaking
and
as
you
a
rolled
group,
a
yeah.
7, it would be a 4.
Oh, got it. Okay. So I'm going to be using unseen aversion.
And I will allow you guys a +1 to each individual roll, aside from you, for the armor. It's not going to take a hit or anything. It's just
do your wild
currently
shape.
it's what's called a story tag. So it's something that you guys have that will temporarily
So-
benefit.
Actually, Jacob, you
Sorry, yeah. Unseen aversion, which is my first one. That's just stealthing around.
Yeah.
And then I'm also gonna do smoke shift. I'm gonna use it to kind of like smoke shift is literally me creating a thing of smoke and then teleporting to a different area. I'm just gonna use the smoke aspect of it to disguise like, oh shoot, there's a patrol over there. There's smoke in the way now. Those are the only two I can really use.
I'm actually going to invoke your negative tag, your weakness tag.
Which one? Outcast emotional. This is my power. Teleportation is risky.
Teleportation is risky.
God fucking damn it. But I'm not teleporting.
watch it.
You're still invoking that
automatically
power.
go up.
You are jumping. So plus
So
2?
plus 2.
Yes.
Okay, 12.
Mark attention.
Oh, sorry, 11. Mark attention to my this.
Yeah,
I need
you
a
can
pencil.
get a... Do we have a pencil? don't have
There's
one.
this one, the drawing
Is that
pencil.
can you erase that?
Yes, you
Uh,
can.
Okay.
It's like charcoal.
So invoke my teleportation is risky.
What's everyone else doing?
I'm gonna do wild shape
I get attention to Phantom Mirage though, yeah.
and
Yes.
halfling luck.
Okay.
That's a 9
Okay. Just using halfling luck?
and wild shape.
12,
Let's see.
9.
Did
I'll
you
say
take the other the X? Oh wait, no, you didn't. Get
And
it.
you added a plus 2 to that?
To what I rolled.
Yes,
Yes.
you got a 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna use
12,
my
21.
untraceable tag
Okay.
and my shaven one.
I don't think your untraceable will work here. That's in more of a broad situation.
Okay.
It's like when
That's a good
people
one.
are
It's more like when
pursuing
you're
you.
trying
Yeah.
to- yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use my shaven. I'm gonna use the Black Knights once that's two.
Okay, that
I
works.
don't have any other tags. Would my weakness tag work here, or does that not? Apply?
What's your weakness tag?
the loud?
That would be a -1, I would think, potentially.
But you
I'm
would
going to say
invoke it.
no.
Okay.
Because you aren't trying to hide. You're trying to fake being on patrol.
Okay.
So,
So being
volume
loud is
isn't an
almost
issue.
beneficial.
Yeah.
That was awful. I rolled a 4 and a 1, so
That-
that's 5
Plus
2
2,
is 7.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm not using these dice. I'm not-
There it is.
Dice are being mean to you today.
I know.
Okay. And what did you get? Or, sorry, what are you adding?
If anything, I don't know if this would be a weakness tag to have to invoke for this. How does the world work? Like I don't know what like necessarily patrols and like what I should be doing to act in
Is
this
that a weakness
situation.
tag?
It is.
We out here trying to make ourselves fail.
If you want to invoke that, go for it.
Okay.
You would get attention to your thing though, which
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
later. In City of Mist, if you invoke your weakness tags, you get attention, and if your attention hits 3, you basically get to level up the ability.
You you get
You're
rewarded
rewarded
for
for
failing.
failing.
Yeah. I love this game, and that's the main reason why.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I have anything that I can use in this specific situation
Okay.
to get a
So
another
a
bonus.
collective
Oh.
-1.
well-
Make it a flat because you have the armor.
Yeah,
It's a +1.
I'll use 1 on the armor.
Did you add the +1 for the armor?
I had +2 because of the shaven as well.
So shaven and armor, and you got what?
7.
Oh, yeah, I got 7.
Okay.
It's
I'm going
12,
to actually
7,
use 1
9.
off of the armor as well.
So 12, 9,
Okay.
7.
So to get an overall +1.
Mhm.
7.
Okay. So 14, 23, and then what is that? 35 divided by 4.
Oh.
How did you get 35?
I got 12.
Right.
You two both got 7. That's 14.
Okay, so
And then
plus
she
9,
got 9.
20, yeah, okay, yeah. Divided by 4.
You guys got a 9.
Yes. Total success, but better than failing.
So as you guys are all moving through the streets, it seems very natural and normal.
Can I see
And
the pencil so I can invoke?
I believe you guys are headed more or less to the mayor's mansion, just kind of making your way through the streets as patrols.
And then make sure to mark attention at the top of it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
As you guys are doing this, the excess of platinum tablets makes Clayton a little bit louder than you'd like.
I left those at the place in my bag. Remember I told you I left the bag back at the...
You did. Okay, you're making it complicated for me.
Damn it.
I could just be like talking just random stuff.
You
about
mentioned the
Flag
Golden
Day.
Gathering or something.
Okay. Yeah. As you guys are marching through the streets, patrolling.
You could do it like what I said earlier. I almost foreshadowed it a little bit. The armor is just a little big for Altair, and she stands like a little small because she's like pretty bulky, so she stands out a little more.
Okay.
Because they both got a saddle.
Yeah. And as you guys are walking through the streets, making fake patrols, kind of taking strange routes, as you guys are walking, one of the homes in this area, you see the door fly open at midnight, and what looks like a drunken dwarf stumbles into the streets, and he looks up at you, and you hear the shouting of a woman inside.
There's
Get
curfew.
back in
get
your
back
house,
inside.
citizen. It is curfew.
What?
Shit. I'm gonna run over towards him, and because I very quickly want to dispose of this situation, I'm gonna see if I can use my jump cut ability to literally just grab him and teleport him into the house.
Oh, okay. You teleport him. All right. Roll. Let's see. Yeah, hit with all you've got.
Oh God. Okay.
You're trying to remove him from the situation as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it's just jump cut. The only other one I would maybe be able to add to
What
this
does
is unseen aversion, just to be like so quick and quiet about it.
what does hit
What
with all
did-
you got do?
It's to harm someone or something that is open to attack.
Gotcha.
He's
I'm
getting
not
out
trying
of
to
the way.
harm him.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to maneuver
Right.
him. You know.
You're trying to knock him unconscious.
I'm trying to be
would
like
ideal.
stealthy
Yeah.
about it.
Just confusion. Yeah.
8.
Okay. Give me a second. I have to. This is something because this is our first actual game. We only did a session 1. I have to figure out. I have to get more attuned to what the negatives and positives are of outcomes of actions. Explaining it to them.
They're all good.
So on a 7 to 9, okay. You secure a superior position, but
His wife is mad at me now.
yeah, I will give you 2 options. Either you fail to control collateral damage, and you make a loud noise, potentially alerting nearby enemies, or you get the wife's attention, or you fail to hold his and he begins shouting and screaming, having been teleported. Give me 1.
Oh God. The first one.
So you teleport into his house and you slam him up against a bookcase.
And all a bunch of books fall down and like glass
Books
shatters.
fall down. It's extremely loud. I'll say his
bottle
wife has
shatters.
gone to another room to get herself
I didn't
some
cast
wine
Eldritch
to
Blast,
deal
but I
with her
shattered it.
drunken husband.
And I would say in success with that, maybe he's just like really confused now. He's just like,
Yeah, so he actually thinks that like he has a lapse in judgment. Like she was yelling at me and then I fell back into a bookcase instead of out the door. So he's
Yeah,
like,
I'm
what
already
the
next
fuck
to
is
them anyways,
happening?
and because I've probably already teleported back, and I've like shut the door, and I'm like,
Duh.
we need to go.
Yeah, Clayton's
We're
already
just
walking.
walking.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay, you guys leave the area?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get the fuck out of there.
Now that would have given them an alert of 1. If we bumped it up to 3 in a series of actions or rounds, people would have shown up. But because you guys are leaving, you negate that negativity.
Don't want
People
that.
are grouping to the area, which is actually beneficial to you.
Oh, good.
We've
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
We're blending in with the crowds.
We've successfully drawn attention to an area we're not going to be at.
Thank God.
So you falsified a civil dispute by knocking a guy into a bookcase.
Whoops.
And then I look down. Abris is still in there. No, I'm just kidding.
And the rest of the description and where you guys end up is completely up to you. That was my negative angle. You are sneaking
I
otherwise
don't know
successful.
what this place looks like. It's on a river.
Okay,
Yeah, so
so
our goal
follow
is-
me. I listened to somebody talk about it at this bar that I went to. It was pretty
Alright,
cool.
let's
Got in
go.
a bar fight. That's awesome.
That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, let's go.
And then,
Look at my knuckles, they got blood on them.
so I take him over to the mayor's house.
Okay, yeah, you cross over the bridge. The water looks very surprisingly fast for the area that it's in. It seems that maybe you're on kind of a slope downward, and you look all the way to the far end of the city. There, wow. There's a large kind of cave that the river leads into that exits the city, and you see on a single bridge, it almost looks like a fucking Minecraft witch like hut. It's just set out there on what looks like a few stilts and some simple stuff, but it is very lavish and immaculate. He leads you across this bridge. There's really no one that pays you any mind as you guys are otherwise successful in your stealth. Some people maybe have even gone and checked on that dispute that were nearby. You cross over and you head to this
I
location.
assume we kind of just walk over and then make our way upwards
There
into the
are-
place. There are guards in front of it?
There are 2 guards in front of it, and you have not been permitted as they don't welcome anyone other than scribes in the area.
I look around. We're alone out here.
Yes, it's the 3 of you and a hidden mouse, and there are 2 guards posted with glaives in front of the mayor's house.
Are they special looking guards or are they normal black?
They look about the rating of the man that came in and paid you again. So slightly above a black dagger.
Okay.
This is where it gets messy.
Yeah, because they can tell us what to. Well, they can try to tell us what to do.
I think we have a fight on our hands.
Does anybody know any sleep spells? That'd be really useful right
Squeak.
now. Can you put them both to sleep?
One of them kind of steps forward. You're all supposed to be on patrol right now.
Patrolling the lake, sir.
What lake?
The river, sir. There may be fugitives in it.
We have fugitives here.
Maybe.
There was
Pan down to his leg, it's me slowly going down,
there was a problem
getting
further in
behind the
city,
2 guards.
and we're looking for the missing person.
And then I'd like to revert.
We haven't been informed of this.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
it happened on the other side of the city.
we're coming to inform you.
Give us the details. And right
In
as
the
that
background
happens...
of this, yeah.
So what are you turning into? Just
I'm
Avarice?
I'm reverting back to Abris.
All right,
I'd
so
like to
it's
use-
like a straight shot on him. Like, all right, tell me what you know. Over the shoulder, there's a little mouse that turns into a halfling.
I'd like to use my sleepy tea to knock them out. That's just what it's called. I just use it to put people to sleep.
Teabag?
Yeah. So I'll say what happens is like you reach into a little pot in your bag that has like tea leaves, and you pull them, you like crinkle them up, you send them forward, and then you use like a magic gust of wind to just blow them by his
I
nose.
love it. Love it.
So yeah, roll
Use,
with
sleepy tea and nature's wrath.
hit with all you've got.
Awesome.
How does that work?
This will be straight for him. So this is attack in a moment of opportunity or vulnerability, punch, blast, shoot, or stab. This will be putting to sleep, so this is gaining a similar advantage. I will say that they have, I actually won't tell you that.
Okay.
There's a beat down rating you have to meet. What power tags are you using?
Sleepy tea and nature's wrath.
Okay, what'd you get?
We should add more. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh boy.
Thank God. I was almost a 6.
All right.
Wait, 7 is fail?
No, 7 is success.
Okay.
But it's with
It just makes
Yeah.
it worse.
7 is
So,
success with
choose one.
negative.
You take cover or secure a superior position. You get them good, or you control the collateral damage. You hold the target's attention, or you gain the upper hand.
Can you repeat all of those again?
Okay, yeah, I'll leave that one out. You hold their attention,
Okay.
which I guess wouldn't be super fitting.
No.
You control collateral damage. You get them good, or you take cover.
I'll get them good.
Okay, and what power did you use? A total of...
Sleepy and
Sleepy
nature's
tea and nature's wrath.
All right, you use a power of 2, which is what you needed. So you pull out these little tea leaves, you move them forward, and right as you do, flowers begin to grow at his feet and shoot out little spores, and he's just like, okay. And he falls over. The other guard immediately turns over to you. Face danger.
Oh shit.
He's like, there's
do
a
I
fucking
act up to
halfling.
that?
This is... So in the situation, you guys are like, yeah, there's someone in the river. He looks over, there's a halfling right next to the river. Oh, fuck, you're right. He's going to stab the shit out of you.
So I'm gonna use
After this, I would like to take the spotlight for you
Okay.
for a brief moment.
godly guidance and halfling luck to try to avoid it.
Okay,
Or
I'll
do
say
I-
since you're amplifying, like you're using your druidic power, there's still some like resonance in the air. So those tea leaves that drifted by that man's nose are now turning into razors, and they're gonna fly at this guy
Okay.
to try and distract him.
Then
yeah.
I'll add deadly toxin to that too if I can.
Oh yeah, poison
So
leaves.
you're trying to kill this second guy.
I'm trying
Fuck
to
'em.
not let him kill me.
Okay. Hit with a power of 3.
That's a 5.
Oh.
Damn it!
Oh boy.
Go to sleep. Wait, help me now!
Give me a second.
It's like, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Oh no!
He's not going to sleep.
That's cool.
I will give you an open wound of 2.
Ouch.
So
Ow.
he essentially uses his glaive, redirects it immediately at the noticeable threat, stabs at you fervently, and you kind of just fall back on the ground, covered in open stab wounds, and you're like,
So as soon as that happens, I'd
Yeah,
like to take
cut
the
to you.
spotlight and using swift strikes and athletic physique, I would like to kind of like lurch forward, grab him around the throat, and just bring him back to the ground.
take a
and,
+1 for unexpected combatant using your knight armor.
Okay. So
Because
+3.
he's like, oh, 3 guards. They're here to talk to my bro about, oh, holy fuck, there's a, oh my god.
So 3 total.
Yes, an addition of
That's
3.
awesome. Love it. Very cool.
7, 8, 9.
A 9.
9.
All right, take cover, get him good.
Get him good
All right,
with
a power of 3. Okay.
I'm trying to choke him out.
You're choking him out?
Yeah.
Okay. So you wrap around him, you try to grapple him, you kind of choke him
The
out.
idea is to grab him and bring him to the ground.
Yeah. You bring him to the ground, and with a loud thud, you slam him to the ground. You roll his body into the river with a loud splash. Perhaps
we
it
kill
was
that dude?
unintentional or unavoidable, but he is now floating unconscious in the river. And I'm going to start a timer, as it seems perhaps that splash may have alerted people.
Oh shit.
We need to get going now.
Yeah. Cat would be making his way as quick as
So,
he can into this.
Just
tunnel.
so
as
that
well.
just so that
So
people know
essentially-
why this
yeah.
happened, a 9 is success with a complication.
Yes.
So the complication is I killed the guy and dumped his body in the river.
And I'm doing this because he failed to choose control collateral damage. Instead, he did the damage and accepted collateral.
So in effect, it's happening because
Yes.
of that.
Let me know what you guys are doing. I'm going to use
Cat
the
is-
restroom for like 20 seconds.
Running into the hut.
Oh, you alright?
It's not a hut. It's a solid villa.
I'll top you up.
No,
It's
it's a
like all-
Minecraft hut.
Okay. I have an idea.
I'm running into the hut.
We have an injured child.
Oh my god. This child has been injured.
We need the mayor's help.
Don't like this D&D update patch. They nerfed Abris.
We need the
But Cat got buffed.
we need the mayor's help with the injured child.
I'm not a child. I'm a fully grown halfling.
They don't need to know that.
I don't know. I feel like we should just
Just force our way in at this point.
make our way in and interrogate the dude.
Sure, there might not be more guards inside.
There's a key right in front of your office door.
What?
In the ground.
Okay, Coffee Cake is trying to push keys out now.
Yeah.
Okay, what's happening?
I think Cat at this point would be running into that building.
All right, you dash
We'll be
forward.
right behind them.
You pass by some kind of glowing lights, still wearing the armor, and you just right through the keyhole into the building.
Perfect, awesome. And then I'll turn around and I'll just like unlock the door and like open it for the rest of them.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll say that's not too complicated, but we're gonna go ahead and amplify that splash volume. So you guys are now rushing into the building. Ket closes the door behind you. What are you doing?
I just want.
Oh, I'll describe the scene. Go ahead.
Never mind.
Okay. You're in a very lavish, what looks like an audience hall. This seems to be a building or a room dedicated to a part of his house that he uses to greet outsiders and welcomers. There is a currently empty long table set for any number of guests. There's a couple of centerpieces that look very nice. There is a stairwell, 2 stairs going upward that looks like maybe there's only 1 floor above you, and a few doors to the side, maybe. I suppose you can't quite tell what's inside of them. But
Got
there's
it.
a few.
Is
of
there
them.
anybody in here?
No.
Okay.
It's midnight.
He's spread out. We need to find him.
Okay.
I'm going to make my way over and just busting open doors looking for this guy.
Okay.
As as fast as I can.
Yeah, roll. What is this? Investigate
Yeah.
with a -2 of passerbys.
What? What's passerbys?
You're busting down side doors to look for him.
Oh,
there,
yeah.
There are people who live here with him, servants and stuff.
Oh shit.
That's something you wouldn't be aware of, but make the
Oh,
roll.
okay, all
Yeah.
right.
Say you need to see the mayor for Black Knight business. Go.
I mean, I would say that.
I'm saying you might not even know that they're in there,
Yeah,
but you're
that's
busting
fine.
them down without that
I'm
knowledge
gonna
that's still in
use
effect.
second story work. I'm running through the house as fast as I can.
Okay.
Like instead of running up the stairs, I'm like parkouring up the banisters and busting down doors.
I'll allow
It's
it.
more like speed than it is like
Yeah.
like accuracy.
Yeah.
And
You
then
have very fast hands, essentially.
I could also use jump cut, but I don't think it's gonna work. I'm doing the same thing with
Unless you're
with
attacking
second story
people.
work.
Jump
yeah.
cut is a...
Right. It's for
yeah.
stabbing. All right, then that I just have the one, so minus
You
one.
can also use the armor. You have, I think, 2 more slots of it before.
Yeah. This is
Okay.
important. So nothing. 4.
All right.
He's not here.
You are investigating?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Never mind.
Yeah. So as you run forward, you kind of bust open a couple doors. There's nothing. You see like a pantry full of food. You bust open what looks like a kitchen. And then you just elbow through a door. You kind of crack the wood as you open it, and it flies open, slams against the wall. And the light immediately turns on. And you see what looks like 4 dwarven women that are all just lining in beds. And they all look up exactly at the same time. And it just cuts out to the building, and you hear a scream.
Damn it.
We're going to move all the way out to a 4.
I can't find him.
Yeah, so you're looking for him. You get nothing but women screaming at you.
Yeah.
And you
it's
hear
just making the situation worse.
the unified footsteps of what sound like approaching guards.
We don't have any more time. We need to find him.
Where's the spotlight shifting?
I don't think we have any time at all.
All right. And this situation in the bounty hunting business is called bust. So we need to get the heck out of here before they find us. Let's get going, and then I'm gonna lead out. I'm just gonna start going.
We didn't find anything. We can't leave here with nothing.
We might have to.
We got the information on where the Black Knights are, though. Like, we can leave and go to, Legendary
We can
and
come back here later. We have armor now. That's important.
Can they roll on me?
What do you mean?
Can they roll a convince on Ket?
Yeah.
I want to roll We're a Family.
Fuck!
Okay.
I'm gonna do,
Oh, yeah, that'll burn for the time.
Halfling Luck. I don't know. And,
I'm gonna do good with kids. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen here, you little stupid idiot.
and I pull out a cookie and I'll use Let the Cookie Guide You.
They are arcane.
That's not good.
That's an
5
that's an
for me.
8.
Thank you, because if we're doing median, then I need that.
Also an 8.
What was your... What
I
you
just wanted them
holding
to convince me.
5, 8, and 8. So if we're doing the median thing, then that's 13, 21 divided by 3. That'd be a 7.
Yeah, so essentially what they do is they convince you to some degree to accept their course of action, but you still want to protect your own agenda. So what are you defying?
I say, fine, let's leave. I turn.
With the mayor.
Oh fuck yeah. I look to one of the other dwarves and I say, Black Knight's business. Where's the mayor?
Why are you barging indoors?
Tell me where he is.
He's upstairs!
That's our escape.
Let's go.
He just pulls over the covers.
Yeah. We run upstairs and it's just a moment where we like find the right door and we bust the door open.
It's a pretty regal door, and you slam it open, and in a mostly dark room lit by a candle held by what looks like a very old, very fat dwarf holding what looks like a curved dagger in front of you, standing right in front of the door. What do you want?
No time. We need to take the mayor. He's in danger.
I am the mayor, you stupid fucking idiot.
Oh, well, you need to come with us. You're in danger.
Why?
Where?
Steve, how?
Jump cut, boom, right on the side of his head.
Oh, okay.
And
All right, yeah.
the same
Hit with
time-
all you've got.
Jump
Well, let's
cut,
see what he does.
daggers of ice.
Are you
And
trying to kill him?
no, I'm using the
knocking him
blunt
out,
end of the
yeah.
daggers, but I mean they're cold daggers. It's better than my fist.
Yeah.
And probably just those two.
And a +1 for unexpected adversary.
Fuck yeah,
Because he thought you were a friend.
13.
Damn.
Well, that was
All right.
successful.
You get him good.
Get him good.
Control the, and you get another one. Control collateral damage, hold their attention, gain the upper hand, or take cover.
Let's say
Damage.
what?
Collateral damage.
Collateral
Uh,
damage. Oh yeah, control collateral damage. Maybe they don't. It didn't make any noise.
Okay, I am actually going to say it would be better that you take cover or secure a superior position.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah,
Because if you don't choose that, I can impose a status on you.
got it. Okay, yeah, we'll
So,
do
yeah.
both of those.
So essentially, you get him good, he's out immediately.
Cool.
The candle falls to the ground, it's dark, and you're like, this is my element.
I'm gonna put the candle out. Oh wait.
Yeah, no,
it's out.
it falls out on the ground. So you pick him up and you take cover in the room. It
Yeah.
seems like if you're in here, people are going to assume you're his person.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like shut the door. I'll use my thieves
Yeah.
tools to lock it, and then like
Okay,
look
cool.
around for like a window, and then
Yeah, is
we'll
there like a balcony?
Yeah, there is actually a small wooden balcony that moves out just maybe 4 or
I could
5
turn
feet.
into one of those bats.
A bigger
perfect.
one? A bigger one?
That would be
You
perfect.
guys
We could
could-
escape.
You guys could fly out and we could.
Deal with it.
Or you should fly out.
I can
I
deal
can
with it.
blend in and you're good at stealth.
You take him, and I'll shove the mayor over to
You
you.
immediately
I'll tie you,
hear
and I can escape.
the doors bursting in downstairs. It sounds like there's at least a couple dozen of people that have shown up.
Now.
You guys could
I'm
jump
gonna
out through
take
the
off the
window.
black knight armor. I'm gonna be like, okay, you guys are black knights who just got here. I get on, or Everest, let's go.
I'm gonna turn
We're-
into
we're
one of the
jumping
giant bats
down.
that
Okay.
they have.
Don't worry, I got you.
All right, you swing open.
It's a cut to like the outside of the building, and there's a bat with Clayton and a
Yeah.
body going out of side of one, and on the other window, I've got Altair, and we jump, and I just I smoke shift the two of us down to the ground.
All right, so it's like the silhouette of a person riding a giant bat
Mm-hmm.
leaving. The camera pans up, and it looks like maybe 24 of the bats flying down with riders circling in a
Perfect.
tornado onto the building. What are you guys doing?
And we're smoke shifting our way to the ground, and then like stealthing our way out of,
alright.
out of the
We should
building.
get to the room.
Oh, and we'll go to the river. Fuck yeah.
You jump out into the river. I need both of you to roll stealth or sneak around.
I'm
around?
gonna use
Okay.
smoke shift for this
Absolutely.
because it's quiet, and then of course unseen aversion
Okay.
for my stealthy stuff.
Can I add
Could I
teleportation
use-
as unpredictable to that?
We've already invoked it.
That's right. You can't do that twice. Okay.
Could I use athletic physique landing into the
That's fair.
water?
I'll allow that.
You can invoke
dive.
my weakness tag from defining event emotional, and as we're flying out, I go wee. No,
That
stupid.
and then also could I invoke? I know it's not me tracking someone, but sometimes tracking animals requires quietness and the ability to.
What's the skill?
It's tracking.
No,
No, okay.
you're running.
Then I would like to go ahead and use experienced escapist as well.
Oh, me too.
You can only use it once.
Shit.
You
So
already
it'll
rolled it.
it'll burn.
Fine. Yeah, I did.
So I got a
So-
+2.
Okay. You got a what'd you get?
I got a 9. 5 plus 9 is
It's-
14, which is 7 if we're doing median still, because we're both having to roll like that.
Mhm.
That's up to you.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, you guys splash into the water and you see these people descend down on like a swarm of bats. People are running through the building. The lights are on everywhere, and you guys are actually lit as you like surface in the river.
Shit.
None of the people in the area see you, but on the bank of the river is a small dwarf who seems to be fishing. And you look up in your black knight helmet, and you look over, and it's the woman that helped you in the tavern.
Yes. And I just put up my hand.
She drops the fishing net, and she's like starts to move and begins to run away
Oh
Shit.
no.
because you're still in black knight garb.
Whoa, no. Fuck. I'll yell out to her. Just say, wait. And I'll take off my helmet. We don't have helmets. I reveal my face.
And who has the mayor?
He
I
does.
do.
Oh, okay.
And I say, we've done something tonight. We're going to help you. Let us go.
Take me with you.
We can do that.
I'm a witness. They'll question me. I'm not.
All right, fine. Come on. You better know how to swim.
I know a bit.
Dives in
How,
the water. Awesome.
Did we
she could
clarify
also,
where we were
I'll assist with that.
What do you
You
mean?
can see
With
me.
her swimming. Like,
I'm
I
going.
don't
Oh.
know how to swim.
We'll follow after you.
Okay.
Okay.
Flavor more than anything.
Because I
Yeah,
might have
all
Bruce
right.
drop me off at the thing so I can grab my bag.
Where do you guys go? Because it funnels into a whole different cave.
Oh, they were going in that cave, boy.
Is our tavern that we were staying on the way along this river?
No, it's all the way closer to the mouth. You guys are like in the chest center, right with the ribs in.
Okay. I mean, we're gonna follow after that bat that they're on. That's what we're doing.
Where do you guys go? The only exit you know is the mouth, the nostrils, and the eyes.
Oh, isn't there a thing that you can use in the game where you can be like, actually, I had this thing the whole
Yeah.
time?
Do you want to do a flashback right now?
Yes.
All right, you get one per game. What do you remember?
All right. So I see the
So,
bat turn,
yeah, just-
and like
just-
we're making
well, hold
a
on, hold
perfect
on.
escape.
To cut in, there's a mechanic that we'll explain a bit better later, but there's one thing that you can do per session, per event that happens, where you do a flashback. You remember something that happened previously, and you use it as a minor bonus for the scene now. So, like, if you're in trouble and you're unarmed, you can remember, hey, I had a gun back then, and I picked it up, and now I shoot.
So,
what are you doing?
here's what happens. As we're going in and we're making a perfect escape out into like this river, and I see the bat begin to like get lowered onto the ground and turn around to go back for your bag. Cat reaches down and he just pulls it out. He's just like, "I've got it. I picked it up because I knew you'd forget it."
Okay.
All right.
I guess we're just go. Are we going further in?
Yeah, I mean,
you guys
need
are
to
going
escape.
into the cave and into the chest cavity of an unexplored wolf.
Yes.
The one
that's
thing
what
I
we're
need
doing.
you collectively to do, mostly you, take the risk. This is perform a dangerous task under pressure. You are surrounded by people who are very uniform, guiding their bats in a very directed region to go and save the mayor. You have the mayor, and you're going out of that formation. How do you do that?
So I'll use Wild Shape,
Mm-hmm.
Halfling Luck, Godly Guidance,
This is a very dangerous event, so add everything
Father's
you can.
Blessing.
You can only do up to 3, huh?
You can
No,
add
that's
my
not true.
shaven.
Huh?
I'm shaved.
I can add those. Okay, so that's 4.
Well, what were they again?
Wild Shape, Godly
Perfect.
Guidance, Father's Blessing, Halfling Luck.
I'll give her one more.
Godly guidance versus Father's blessing. What's the difference?
I don't know. One is like from Indo, and one is like because the quest that she's on. It's Indo's quest is the logos is like she was given the blessing by her parents to go on this quest. And
Okay.
then the quest is from Indo.
She
If
has
you
that
go
like
all the way back
sensitivity
to our
I
session
will
0.
allow it.
Okay.
It's like you're basically you get a bit more level-headed because you're like, this is beyond me.
Mhm.
Okay. So plus 4.
Plus 4, and then don't I have to take 2 away from my wound?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
A 2
Could
away,
we-
and I will give you a +1 for the armor,
Okay.
or from him. That's a
Alright.
group
So
tag.
that's plus 3. That's
Yes, it is.
8.
All right. Okay.
Flashback, also known as the writer fucked up.
Yeah.
Yes. It's great.
It guides me to pick 2 or 3 of my moves as potential outcomes and let you choose between them. So let's see. I can make something horrible happen.
Oh.
The mayor
thank
is
you.
not just unconscious.
Oh no.
That will
thank
be the
you.
first one. A major threat. Every one of the riders notices you and follows you into the tunnel.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Or, let's pick a third one. The mayor will plunge down into the river and get rescued.
Can I stop one of those from happening?
Nope.
So 2 have to happen?
One has to happen.
One has to happen.
Either he's dead,
Wait, just
he escapes,
that's a Spencer's
or you get a
pick.
Sorry.
group of people attacking you.
How many writers are there?
A little over a dozen, somewhere between 1 and 2 dozen. So an outnumbered of about 5.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess they follow us.
And that's where we're gonna end the game.
Oh shit! That's so awesome. We're just all like descending down inwards, and we're like, "All right, we got away." Oh shit! There's just a bunch of dudes following us. This is so fun. I love
Yeah.
this. It's so cool to like
This
visualize.
is a lot more fun to kind of figure out what happens next, because I get to. It's so fun to let you guys decide without
Yeah.
just mechanics and stuff.
We kind of like it's fun because we kind of just get to do bullshit, but it's so cool. Like it's like, you know, it
Hold
worked.
on. There's one of the best things that this entire system allows us to do.
We get to nerd out.
Yeah, we get to geek out during the
Yes,
credits.
yes.
So you know when you leave a movie or an episode and you're like, holy shit, I loved that. Let's talk about what happened. They get literal mechanical bonuses for the next game by doing that. At the end of the session, when the credits roll, go around the table. Each player can answer one or more of the following questions. We have 3. How has the crew grown this session? Which character had the most meaningful interaction with your character this session? And this is a help or hurt thing that we haven't explored or explained yet. Or which of your themes is under the most strain? If it collapses, what new aspect will show up in its place? So, yeah.
All right. So we answer 3 of those.
What?
Each of you gets to answer 1 for another person.
Oh, okay. For another person.
Yeah, another
what are
character.
They again? Say them again.
So you can say like, how have we grown as a group? What have we all learned collectively? Who had the most interesting interaction with my character? Or looking at someone else, like which of your themes, your like identities or something, is pressured the most right now? And what happens if you were to lose it?
Got it.
This is something that'll mean a lot more later in the game when we have more fades and cracks on abilities. But or
oh,
just
man.
I'll allow you to potentially generate 1 juice for an abstract answer.
I really
So like if you really like something, you can give someone a juice, and a juice is just a +1 outside their stats.
I think like Altair especially, I really liked her in this one. I think she had changed a lot just because of the aspect of like stealthing around a city and like trying to figure things out. Like the ability to like use her her my hand is totally in frame there. For using her abilities for like stealthing around and all that was really creative and really interesting. And I think that's like a completely new direction like for her character. I think it's really cool.
Okay, cool.
Because like we've never seen her do that before, so it was like interesting to see that.
On that note, I think if we're talking about meaningful interaction, I'm pretty sure Altair and Clayton have never spoken. And just the blacksmith situation was really interesting to go
Yeah, it
through
was cool.
with his character.
Oh yeah, that interaction was really
yeah.
cool. Like between the two of you playing off one another was awesome.
You just became like a badass ninja boy.
Through the system,
Yeah, through the system, you're like, I'm gonna teleport, and I'm gonna hit him, and then I'm gonna lock a door, and then I'm gonna hit him again.
It's what he was supposed to be. It just doesn't work in D&D. Very neat.
I like how Abridge just turned into the getaway driver.
Yep.
Yes, yes, that was so cool.
Hi, tiny cat.
Yeah, I going along that one. Like, I like that you're able to use your druidicness like
More than once a day.
more than just once a day. Like
Pass
you're
them
able
down.
to use it as just like a really cool
To the next one.
way to. Is this me? Is this
No, pass them down. These are yours.
Yo? Fucking awesome. And we have that for like next game.
So that
Yes.
tag means that at some point he'll
Yes.
get +1 if I am able to help him.
How does-
So yeah, essentially he can help you or you can help him, and I will burn that.
How does
juice.
getting rid of wounds work? 'Cause I got
Uh,
my
You have to
ass-
put attention to it.
Yeah, you generally during like downtime or something, you tend to the wounds.
So
and-
during a montage.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd be like, I'm gonna heal myself.
yeah.
Yep. Or if you have a power tag that can
I
fucking
do.
heal,
I do.
then you can
It's called
use
that
it.
good herb and
And then-
healing snacks.
Then during a different ability, probably change the game or take the risk, you can just heal
Cool.
those using that. So yeah, that was a taste of City of Mist using Tesseract's Welcome to the Belly of a Wolf.
So yeah, City of Mist is what we're going with from here on out.
Yeah.
The game has a different core mechanic where it's like superheroes in an LA noir setting, but this is such a beautiful system that I wanted to try it in my own narrative world. And if you guys like it, cool, keep watching. If you
Yeah,
don't,
you know.
fuck you.
Oh.
Oh
You
shit!
should support people's changes.
Well, once again, you know, we're not sponsored by them, but it is a fun system.
Yeah.
So like, check it out. If,
Yep.
We aren't
if you're
sponsored by
interested.
D&D either. We're just a bunch of people who like tabletop games and like telling stories.
We're a bunch of nerds.
Yep.
We just want to tell you a cool story that will entertain you for a time being while you're doing whatever.
Yeah, I think that's the end of the game.
I
That's the
believe
end of
that's
the
the
game?
end of the game.
See you
Thanks
guys.
for joining. See you next week.
Bye.
Did you already click off? See you next
No.
week.
See you. Yes.
Oh.